Hey everybody, long time no see. I don't know how to begin this other than hey friend. I hope you're all doing well. This was an MIA thing, and quite honestly, there's been a lot that's been going on. I don't quite remember the last time I uploaded the podcast, but we're here. One episode. Let's take it one by one. Okay, I've been applying to medical schools, and when I tell you that has been a journey, honey, has. And unless you've been through this process, and if you've not, kudos to you. And I'm hoping that whatever you're doing right now thrives and allow you to just bask in your beauty. But if you're also going through this process, just know that I see you and I'm here for you. Because as we all know, this is one hell of a waiting game. You got it stronger than, what should I even use as an example here? Stronger than the heart of gold. Perhaps stronger than the heart of Nebuchadnezzar, because he did not budge at all. That's where we're at around medical school interviews. We can talk a lot more about it, but that will be another episode. There's also been quite a few things that I've been working on, like my business with my wonderful co-founder, Kofi. I can give a little bit of highlight on it, but we can talk about it more later during this episode. Let's not forget that I actually was able to fully register my nonprofit as a 501c. Oh my God, if you know me, I procrastinate a lot, but this year is gonna change. My birthday is coming in less than 70 days, or maybe less than 80 days. I'm not quite sure. I'm not much of a I am very much a math person, but that is not my problem right now. I have taken it upon myself to be better in my speaking, the cadence of my speaking, the structure, my articulation. I want to be better in that endeavor. And who knows, maybe the more I speak, the more I'm able to talk about what I'm thinking, the more I'm able to form sentences that I would love for people to hear, and the more I become a better version of myself. Because if you're going to be a physician, you want to be able to speak to your patients eloquently, not speaking in a way that you are saying every 5 seconds. Honey, no, we don't have time for that. So that is what we're up to. A whole lot of other fun things and some sad things. But let's get into it. Starting from the MCAT. Let's talk a little bit about the MCAT. If you do not know what the MCAT is, it's primarily the MCAT. I think it's medical college admissions test, maybe. It is a standardized test. A not very fun standardized test. It is a 7-hour long exam. And if you do not have accommodations, yes, it is a 7-hour long exam if you do not have accommodations. If you do, however, you are going to take this test in 2 days. So you're going to take it about 4 hours per day, give or take, depending on your allotted breaks. And if you have extra time, that's a whole other problem. But that exam, that test, tested my mental fortitude more than I have ever imagined. And it does more than that. I call it the language is not even coming. What I refer to it is, it builds your character. It's a character development tool. You have to study full time, 40 hours a week. You have to do countless practice questions. You have to read a certain passage, very convoluted passage, by the way, not any passage that you will just be able to read in like 5 minutes. Well, ideally, you should be able to read it in 5 minutes, but that's the thing. That is if you're not reading everything in full detail. That could also be true or not, but it depends on what kind of test taker you are. But ideally, you want to read this in about 5 or 6 minutes, but because of time may not really permit you, and so you're forced to work on yourself, on your time management, and on your test taking skills for you to be able to read this passage in about 2 to 3 minutes. Because ideally you have about 10 minutes per passage, and if the passage has 7 questions, you want to dedicate 7 minutes to said questions and 3 minutes to the passage. And I'm talking about 600 word passages, so it's not easy. And no matter who you are, you do need some time to study for this. And so for any pre-meds listening to this, if you have a friend that's a pre-med, if you have an aunt that's a pre-med, if you have an uncle that's a pre-med, if your son or daughter is a pre-med, I urge you to implore them to start studying quite early, because the MCAT is not a joke. And we need to talk about the elephant in the room: the critical analysis reading section, the infamous CARS. When I tell you CARS is just the biggest needle, the biggest thorn in my flesh, I would be underestimating how bad it is. And if you want to set yourself up for success, let me just tell you right now, start reading very boring materials right about now. If you're very close to your test day, I'm telling you, in fact, I am commanding you to practice CARS passages every single #ing day. I am not joking when I tell you this. Practice CARS passages, a CARS passage, or maybe CARS passages every *****************************************************************day. This is not a joke. This is serious business, because you could excel in all of your sciences and still flop in the CARS section. We don't want that for you. I don't want that for you. Your mother does not want that for you, and Harvard Medical School does not want that from you or for you. So do your due diligence. Get off your phone. Well, stay on this podcast, but get off your phone. Get off Netflix. Get off TikTok. Get off anything that is remotely close to a distraction. Go to jackweston.com. Select a CARS passage. Read it like your life depends on it. Read it like you're never going to see that passage again. And then answer the questions. Do it timed as well. Do not play. Do not underestimate the power of CARS. It's either you do it well or you don't. Take it from someone who did not quite take it seriously. I don't want you to be like me. I want to implore you guys to do better than I did. Okay. Now let's talk about ChemPhys. You gotta sort of have a math background or the science background. You don't need to, be a genius, be Albert Einstein or whatever, but you kind of want to get used to the math, because MCAT math is hard. So your first tip, get used to the math. This has become like an MCAT tips thing. I think I can make a whole dedicated episode for that. But you still need to understand the importance of the canvas section and the amount of time you need. It's one of the sections that people lose time on. A lot of people get to question 50, question 40, and they run out of time because they probably were stuck on question 15 doing some sort of math problems. Don't be like them. Really learn how to do math in pressurized in a pressurized environment, okay? Something that just forces you to be on your feet. You need to be doing that. For the biochem section, you kind of want to follow the same trajectory with ChemPhys, but that one is a lot more content based. You kind of have to know your basic biology, your basic biochemistry, your pathways, your enzymes, your amino acids. Do not forget your amino acids. It is one of the biggest topics you ever want to do. Guys, it's actually not a joke. This is serious. You need to be able to talk about all of the 20 amino acids. All of them. Isoleucine, serine, cysteine. Why am I trying to quiz myself? But you need to remember them, okay? I mean it. I think that's all for the MCAT. Now let's talk about the application process. This application process has been so tedious. Did not get a super excellent MCAT score. So I had to be a little strategic with my school list and my essays and all of these things that you need in order to apply to medical school. Let me tell you this. Be strategic, irrespective of your score, irrespective of your GPA, because medical school admissions are competitive. Now, a funny story actually. The people on Reddit are very neurotic about statistics and how they think it is the only thing that gets you into medical school. You know what? Wrong. Obviously, because there's no way a 510 is a mediocre score. And I would die on this hill. You can go and check on that Reddit post. I was out there arguing with the guy like my life depended on it. Because what are you trying to tell me that a 510 is mediocre? Just because a fellow Redditor posted that he has not received any interviews. People are so out of touch. Anyways, that is how bad the medical school application system is. It is so unpredictable, so people feel the need to advise you or think they know what's wrong with your application. All I can tell you is hold on to hope. Pray if you believe in God. If you don't, whatever you believe in, just find something that you can go back to and lean on, whether it's your support system, your friend, whatever it is, whatever it may look like. Lean on to them at this time because it is a long wait. A lot of waiting. You don't want to really rely or put all of your energy into figuring out what schools are thinking or whether your MCAT is wrong, especially when it's 510. Like, please, I promise you, your 510 is not the reason why you're not getting interviews. There's more to your medical school application. Point blank, period. Okay, let us just start there. Okay, so that was just out of the way. Medical school applications has been actually quite successful for me, actually. I am still in interviews, so as much as people wanna be like, oh my god, yeah, MCAT. Like I said, applications are not only focused on the MCAT. You gotta be a little bit more than that. Okay. So, we can talk more about it after the application cycle comes over. This is not gonna be a med cycle podcast, whatever. This is just my journey because this podcast, at the end of the day, It's about me. Okay, now let's talk about personal life. I got a new car. I'm actually very excited about this car. Very happy. But there are this tendency that originates from the human beings, the Homo sapiens that we commemorate ourselves with. I don't even know if that was the right word. If it's not, please forgive me. I'm still learning. But people are so weird in the sense that they say things that are just not right. Cause why are some people asking my brother if he helped me purchase my own car? What? Guys, let us do better. Because I am very capable of getting my own car. Let us make it clear right there. Anyway, the car has been a wonderful addition to my life. I'm very blessed, and I thank God every day for all of the things that He has provided me and continue to provide for me. Now, let's get to the sad part. 3 days ago, on Sunday, particularly on October 20th, we lost a wonderful soul, Daniel Balfour. Ever since then, things feel weird. Feels like when Sims 4, unrealistic timeline. Doesn't feel real. But I tell you, this guy's bubbly. He is one person to bring joy wherever he is. You know, sometimes it may seem annoying, but he was too full of joy, very full of joy, that it infects you. Like, you can never be 5 feet close to Daniel and not laugh. That's just, it didn't exist. Like, for you to be near Daniel and not laugh, it's just like, what kind of bone you got in your body? You ain't got none. Daniel. It particularly hurt me really bad because I was actually meant to see him earlier that day that he died. A few hours earlier, my church had organized to see him. I was in another meeting, and I thought, you know, they're already there. I don't think I can make it. Even if I do make it, now I'm going to have to look for his room, blah, blah, blah. Excuses. Because I could have gone. I could have made it. But I didn't. And 5-6 hours later, I get the message on WhatsApp from the church WhatsApp. Death announcement dash. We are starting to announce the death of our beloved Daniel Balfour. I don't know how to show you through this microphone how I reacted. Almost felt like I was being struck by thunder. At that point, I didn't know what to do, what to say, how to feel, how to process it, because I could have seen him earlier that day, but I didn't, and he had just died. I told myself, I would get another opportunity to see him, and up until now, it's still something that just always goes back in my head. Benny, you could have seen him. It still does not feel real. In hindsight, I didn't know he was going to die. And I've mentioned that I wish God provided us the ability to be able to see in the future what's going to happen. Am I going to die? Is my friend going to die? Let me make arrangements before then. That would be nice. But we don't. And for that matter, I have learned, and I'm hoping that you learn from this, the time is moving. And it is moving literally. You don't have time. And I want us to stop thinking we have time. We don't have time for anything. Stop putting things off. You meant to see that friend last week. It's been a week. You still have not seen her? Come on. You don't have it all. You don't have all of the time in the world. Please do so. You never know. Even your friends that are healthy, walking, kicking it, you never know what's gonna happen. And so I'm telling you, I implore you, I am seeking, I'm begging that if there's something that you need to do, a friend that you need to see, a person that you need to talk to, burn that bridge. Like, make it work, because you never know what they're going through. You never know when next they are going to get off this earth, when next their breath is going to leave their nose, when next they're gonna go into rigor mortis. You don't know that. It's a lesson that I've learned, and I believe this lesson will stick with me throughout my life as I grow up now. This is something that I never imagined happening to me, particularly this close. Daniel was a light. He was amazing. He was that friend that no matter how he's suffering, no matter how bad he has it, no matter how much he's suffering, he will call you, check up on you, and make sure you are okay. And let me say this, if you have a person like that, please keep them close. Keep them close. Keep them close. Like I said, keep them close. Because God is doing wonders through them. Wonders for you and wonders for all of the people around them. For Daniel, thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for cheering everybody on, even when you were suffering. Thank you for cheering everybody on. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being the light in the room. Thank you for being the soul in the room. Thank you for your love. Thank you for the laughs that you provided us. Thank you for every single thing that you've brought in our lives. Let's talk about the business. So I am participating in an entrepreneurial workshop that is happening for 12 weeks. It's been amazing. They talk a lot about pitches and how to grow your business, the importance of business models, and they've shown highlights of businesses that has been successful and the ones that have failed. So for my business model that I went with was proposing a tool that is voice enabled or voice supported, that would allow seniors 65 and above to do their daily tasks like filling insurance forms, filling food stamps. It would allow them to do them seamlessly with the help of a volunteer. On the app, they would be able to connect to a volunteer that is, let's say, 5 miles away. They need help with filing their insurance. Is it a renewal? Is it someone trying to apply for health insurance completely for the first time? We would have a volunteer for all of those things. These volunteers would be able to get access to their profile. We're working on the security firewall behind that, with whether we're going to show the full details to the volunteers, because the volunteers will be trained and we will get security clearance, but essentially they'll be able to register or sign up for the insurance and or like food stamp for these seniors. And it has been a wonderful journey, and like I mentioned, shout out to the co-founder Kofi Adam. He has been quite honestly a pillar, because I know a little bit about coding, but it ain't my shit. But he has been wonderful throughout this whole process with assisting me and providing the necessary updates for the prototype. So shout out to you, Kofi. Okay guys, so that will be it for now. This is actually fun. I do really enjoy just yapping now. Can you count how many times I said I don't quite recall. I probably said like, but come on man, one step at a time, honey. We did it. Thank you for tuning in as well. Oh my goodness, it's been a minute. Thank you guys. I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.